What's going on? It's your boy Bowie here, aka Mr. Ice Guy, aka the Glaciologist, aka the Sub-Zero Scientist. And I'm here to talk with you guys today about what I'm hoping for from Mortal Kombat from the T-1000 patch and pressing forward for the game. Also, this damn skin is the shit. I love this Noob Saibot skin for Sub-Zero. Like, I can't say enough good shit about it. That's why you see it all the time in my videos. But anyway, so, you know, a couple months ago, we had learned that after Chaos Reigns, Mortal Kombat was not supposed to have any kind of Combat Pack 3. And so, you know, the NRS community had, you know, justifiably, presumed that after T-1000, this game would be getting no more content. And as far as we know, that might still be true, but it doesn't quite look like it. At least that's my hope. It looks like Ed Boon and NetherRealm, and by extension WB, are going to be supporting this game at least for the next year or so. And that is my hope, because this game, though it has come a long way, it's still not done. It ain't nowhere near done as far as I'm concerned. So I want to talk about what I think the game could use. So, starting with the offline mode, I think, you know, as I made a video about this, I feel like it was about a year ago, but it hasn't been that long. I do think that Mortal Kombat 1 needs a 1 versus 1 no cameo mode. I do believe that. Yes, cameos are the game. Yes, I thoroughly enjoy cameos, and thanks to cameos, this game has seen a competitive balance that Mortal Kombat has never achieved up to this point. But I'd be lying if I said that cameos have been nothing but beneficial for the game, because cameos are probably the number one thing that has alienated a large quantity of players. And you could make the argument that these players were scrubs and casuals and, you know, what have you, and their opinions are not important, but word of mouth spreads. And when you have a mode that people did not ask for, not only being featured, but being foisted upon players, even if that mode is good, even if the mode has a lot of benefits, even if the mode has paid a lot of dividends in terms of character creativity and variety and all that stuff, it's still a mode that people did not ask for. People did not want cameos in this game, and they did not want to be forced to be used cameos. Let me say that again, because my brain short-circuited. They did not want to be forced to use cameos. Like, you don't even have the option of ignoring them. You know what I'm saying? Like, in past Mortal Kombat games, like MKX, if you wanted to play your cameo, well, Jesus Christ, if you wanted to use your character without a variation, you could choose to do that. You could choose to do that. It wasn't in a mode necessarily, but you had the option to forego picking a variation in Mortal Kombat X. You could do the same thing in MK11. You could make a loadout of your character that did not have any custom moves added to it. Don't know why you would do that, but you could. But in this game, you must pick a cameo. So I do think that giving players the option to not use cameos I think it can't do anything but good for the game. Obviously, you keep cameos as the main mode. Obviously, they are the feature. But give those players that don't want to use them a way to avoid using them. Okay? Going to online, it's very clear that we need rooms. Because when you go online, there's not much to do. Trying to hop into a random King of the Hill is not it. Most of the time, there's only one King of the Hill happening at a time. And the connections are fucking atrocious. I'm talking 300 milliseconds and beyond for most players. And there's 8 of them. So if you lose to a laggy motherfucker, you go into the back of the line. That's no good, you know? So we need those rooms back. Also, I'm very happy that we have a Wi-Fi filter, but it's not actually a filter so much as it is an indicator. You know what I'm saying? Ideally, I would like for people that are on Wi-Fi and people that are over a particular ping threshold to not even show up when I go to search for a match, whether it's casual or ranked. You know what I'm saying? So we need that. We need both of those things. I'm happy that we have online practice. I'm happy that we have crossplay. Those things are good, and they were fantastic and timely additions to the game that should have been there day one, but I'm glad they got added. But we ain't done yet. Okay. Invasions. It's here to stay. It's whatever. It's good combo practice, though, I think. But the main feature of this video has to do with the characters and how I hope certain characters get adjusted. So let me get to the lab as I talk about characters real quick. And unlike in past videos where I go through all my characters, regardless of whether they need anything or not, I'm just going to talk about characters who I believe need some help. All right. You knew I had to start the video with these two. Now, bear in mind, y'all, I do not play Reiko. I don't even like Reiko. I don't like fighting Reiko. I never liked fighting Reiko. But what happened to this move here and this move here was criminal. And this character has paid the price for it. He has fallen down the tier list from way on high. This character used to be nothing less than a top 15 in the game. But with the nerf of this move, he's dropped. And the 3 tournament people that use Reiko, they all seem to pretty much agree that the character is a much lesser version of what he was. Okay. And in case you're not aware of how the nerf affected him, I'll show you. So I'm just going to make Tanya spam these fireballs. Look at that. I'm going to try my EX. EX doesn't care. Look at that. This is why. This is the problem. Now, I am getting them now. But if there's any lapse, oh no. Now I can't do shit. You see that? That's a problem for her. Or a problem for him. Look at that. Even the EX star gets destroyed. That's a problem. That's an issue. Because I'm not saying this character should have had the best zoning in the game. Which he didn't, honestly. Because he only has 2 projectiles. This one and that one. And though both of these projectiles are very good, it's far from the best zoning in the game. If you're getting out-zoned by a Reiko doing this, and they're keeping you at bay the whole match, you're just not very good at the game yet. you need to own up to that and learn how to counteract zoning. Literally, you can just press buttons. This counteracts Reiko's whole zoning. And then if the Reiko starts wasting meter, you can block. If you know how to do that, you can get past Reiko zoning. So it's not that big a goddamn deal. And it wasn't the reason why he was top tier. Thus, it didn't deserve to be killed. Now, I want you to notice that... Let me get her to duck. Oh, I gotta go over here. Okay. So look at that recovery. It's 39 frames of recovery, right? That's pretty high. But if NRS wanted to adjust his zoning, there's a bunch of shit that could happen, right? So Reiko needs his fireball to have its old properties back, with some caveats. The startup is 17 frames. You could increase that to 24 frames. Okay? The recovery is 39 frames. You can increase that to 45 frames. That way, he's not so reliant on zoning people out the whole match. Even though he never really did that. But if you don't want your premier grappler to have such strong zoning, the two changes that I suggest will still allow Reiko players to use their fireball without getting killed. But at the same time, it'll make people less likely to throw these out all the time because they won't be able to. The move will be slower, and you can't throw them out as quickly one after the other as you currently can. You know what I'm saying? That is how you adjust that character's zoning, not by fucking killing his fireball. Like, that's insane. So then we have Tanya. Oh boy, this character was killed. Almost. She's not actually dead. Like, you'll have some people that'll sit here and be hyperbolic and proclaim that the character has been nerfed to the ground. That's not entirely true, but she definitely got substantial nerfs that were way overboard. Okay, so I don't need to go through all her nerfs. All I need to do is go over the changes that she needs. So for one, the frame data on this, well, this was never changed. The frame data on this and this needs to be reverted to what it was. This character was all about staggering people, and they already made it to where it's harder to stagger because this is a 16 frame mid. This used to be 14 frames, so now she can't stagger like she used to. And okay, that's fine. You don't want her to stagger with this? Okay, cool. But if she can't stagger with it, at the very least, she shouldn't be punished by Lao, Liu Kang, and Li Mei. She shouldn't be punished for using her only damn mid. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's insane. Now, she does have this that she can do, but that's -6 also. But at least it's safe. Kinda. Li Mei can punish that, if I'm not mistaken, but still. Also, I don't know why in the hell this character got a damage nerf. She already didn't hit very hard at all. I spent 1 bar and I got 280 damage. Now, I'm gonna talk about this shit in a minute. Now this is really cool. That was so dope. Look at how much damage she got from doing that. Isn't that cool? That's really nice, right? But here's the problem with that. That came from a double high string. That's a punish. You know what I'm saying? She's not doing this in the neutral. This is not happening in the neutral because if the opponent blocks it, she's dead. Realistically, she's going to hit you with this or this. And Notice that's 350, but she has to have both of these buffs active. So for one, her damage scaling on this string needs to be reverted, because Tanya already got middling damage before the nerf. There's no reason for a character like this to get a damage reduction. No reason whatsoever. Okay. That needs to be reverted. But probably the biggest changes that Tanya needs are to these buffs. Because as I disclosed in a previous video, this buff right here does nothing for her. She has to buff this up 2 levels. Now, if you hold this, it's almost a full second. It's almost a full damn second. You know what I'm saying? And there's going to be very few instances in the neutral where you'll be able to get away with holding it and all that stuff to get to the double buff. So Tanya needs access to moves when she has the single buff out. But at this current juncture, she can't do anything. So with the double buff active, let me show you what she does. So with double buff, she gets faster fireball. Let me block. She gets the old armor move that she used to get, because before, or now, it does that, which is fine. But with the double buff, she gets the full string, or the full special spinning move. She also gets this, which I don't know how that's even useful, to be honest with you, because half the time you try to use it in a combo, the shit drops. And then she gets this, as I alluded to earlier, which is really cool. And I'm trying to think what else she gets. I think her parry, you know, her parry becomes, there's some property with that. But the point of what I'm getting at is, oh, and then of course she gets better movement. So now her jabs and other strings are worth a damn, because she has extra movement associated with them. But what happens is a single charge doesn't give you any of those benefits. A single charge is useless. You know what I'm saying? So, her single charge should give her access to that combo starter from here. It should also give her access to the fast fireball. And I also would like it to give access to those extended normals. Meanwhile, the double charge should give her access to that on block. Okay? Because currently she can only extend it that many times on hit, but on block she just gets the bounce off. The double charge should allow that full move to occur on block. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why this buff was put into existence, to stop her from being able to do that full armor into plus launching armor. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. You know, I'm down with her having, you know, her needing to have conditions that she meets before she can do stupid things. But in the meantime, those conditions need to be attainable, and they need to not, you know, they need to not come with such a great sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And one last thing. When you have a single charge, it lasts for quite a bit of time, which is great, right? But here's the problem. In the current state, she needs the double charge, right? But by the time you actually hit the opponent and try to go for your combo, your charge could actually run out while you're doing your combo. And now you can't even use it no more. So what should happen is when the second charge comes out, the timer on her buff should be reset. That way she can extend it. Okay. But half of her move set that requires both charges should only require one. And honestly, maybe I'm being greedy, but things like this fast fireball, they're not that good to where both of her charges should go away. So like if I have the double buff and I do this, that should only use one of the buffs. And then I should still be able to use the other one for a combo extender or another fast fireball. Changes like that would help Tanya so much. It wouldn't bring her right back to where she was, but it would make her a much better character without changing too much. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me talk about two characters that don't need any adjustments whatsoever. All right. So, yeah, Cyrax and Johnny Cage are two strong characters that don't need a goddamn thing. Johnny has been nerfed more than any other character in this game. He don't need shit. He's still strong, as we see. And it's okay for him to be strong. He's clearly still a top tier character, but he's not top 5 in a lot of people's lists. He's not even top 10 in a lot of people's lists. But he's still strong because of the existence of this, because of this, because of this, because of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's good. But we know what Johnny's going to do. He's going to go in, use plus frames, bully you, bada bing, bada boom. That's what he's supposed to do. Leave him the fuck alone. Now, Cyrax. Cyrax is a character that I think is actually very well balanced, to be honest with you. And the reason why I say she's well balanced is this is a character that, you know, on one end of the spectrum, she won't let you play the game. If she does what she's supposed to do, you will not play the game properly. You know what I'm saying? And people get annoyed with that. And I understand. You know what I mean? And she has like a trillion bomb setups that all require specific timing and stuff like that. I really understand. But here's the thing about Cyrax. Cyrax does not have the means to really open you up. That's not a combo. That's a low. This is reactable and you can up block and kill her for doing it. So this is not mix. Her only real mix is between this and this. And if she's wrong on this, you have 47 frames to punish her. You know what I'm saying? And make no mistake, this character is designed to get a bomb on screen and either throw you or strike you into it. That's what she's designed to do. But the thing with Cyrax is she has to get here in order to get you in any of that shit. This is her effective range right here. Maybe here if you're lucky. If you use things like forward 2. But if she's wrong about this, you could punish her so bad. But she can't hit you here. She can't hit you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's stubby as fuck. She has less range than Johnny. Because at least Johnny can hit you from here. Cyrax can a little bit. But she has to use a 20 frame normal to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's stubby. So if you let yourself get hit with this shit, you probably asked for it. You see what I'm saying? So this character does not need to be nerfed because people don't want to keep her the fuck away. Because people don't know how to play neutral. Hell no. NRS do not touch Cyrax or Johnny at all. Okay? some of the stupidest aspects of some of your top tiers can be reverted, like how Noob Saibot can combo off his overhead. We don't need that. We don't need that. He was perfectly fine having a splatting ass overhead. You know what I'm saying? Leave it for Reiko, because he kind of needs it now, considering how the zoning is. But for Noob, get that shit up out of here, bruh. Yeah, but for these two, they don't need to be touched. And by the way, the same thing goes for Melina and Katana, Shao Kahn and Raiden, because I think Raiden just got a major glow up with the thing that he got. And Scorpion doesn't need to be adjusted either. You know what I'm saying? So I got to close this video, but you know I got to talk about my main man, Sub-Zero. You knew if I was gonna make a video, this character would be in it somehow. Now, let me be very clear. Sub-Zero is objectively a better character than he was on day one. Okay? This buff to the ice clone, the buff to the slide, the buff to the triple clone, all the various buffs that Sub-Zero has gotten over the course of this game have really assisted him quite a bit. Whoops. You know what I'm saying? And this character is now no longer bottom 5 in the game. If you still think Sub-Zero is bottom 5, you're using outdated information. This character is not bottom 5. Okay? He might not even be bottom 10, to be honest with you. He's very decent now. But he has one tool holding him back. This slow-ass ice ball. NRS. The very last thing that Sub-Zero needs, and the only buff that this character needs, is an adjustment to this ice ball. It is too slow. It is much too slow. In the past, I have called for a 25 frame ice ball. I would still like that. But now that from playing the game, I have learned that every character actually has access to a better ice ball than Sub-Zero does if they use Shujinko. You see that? Shujinko has a 31 frame ice ball. Look at how fast that is. You see how quick that is? That shit's so fast. "25 frames would be way too fast in this game. Way too fast. And that's okay. 25 frames is in line with what Sub-Zero had in previous Mortal Kombat titles. But if his ice ball was just sped up to the same speed as Shujinko's ice ball, that would help him out a lot. Because Scorpion can literally cancel anything he wants into an ice ball. Anything. See? You see that? And these are just normals. Of course I can cancel. Ooh, let me try this. Well, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to hit that from back there. Yeah. So, if Sub-Zero's ice ball was made to be 31 frames, this would combo into it effortlessly. This would be a combo. How much is this? That would be a combo as well. That's all Sub-Zero needs right there. This, he needs that. And he needs to be able to use this. in the neutral. It ain't got to be super fast. But 39 frames is overkill. It's way too slow. But if Sub-Zero could just do this, he would automatically be massively elevated in the game without any changes to his frame data or anything else. Because now, with this here, he would be usable with virtually every cameo in the game. It would open a whole new world for him. He would be like Katana, where Katana can literally be played with any cameo in the game. That's what would happen with Sub-Zero if he could do this as a combo. Because as this is going on, you got the Sector rocket that can come out. And then he can do a string, boom, get popped, launch. You know what I'm saying? That changes the game for him. And not just Sector, anything, any cameo. I mean, I don't really know how good he'd be with Motaro, but I'm just saying, like, you know, previous cameos that didn't really fit him all that well, now they fit him better. The ones that he currently uses would be even better for him. You know, cameos like Sonya would be absolutely amazing with this. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he'd be able to throw this out and really be able to catch people, unlike what he can currently do now. So 31 frame ice ball, 30 frame ice ball, because 31's a weird number, it's prime. Let's get this 30 frame ice ball, y'all. 30 frame ice ball. That's what I'll end the video with, because that's the only change that T-1000 needs to bring to Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero benefited greatly from the Ghostface patch. And then Conan came and had no negative effects on Sub-Zero whatsoever. And so, Sub-Zero only needs this. Certainly, he could use a faster mid, but this is decently fast enough, to be honest. No one's reacting to this. Okay? Hell no, we don't need a faster overhead, because I don't want the character to be turned scrubby. Fuck that. Because he already has safe mix with certain cameos. It doesn't need to be faster. This is not a mix tool. This is a conditioning tool. This is a, oh, you done got too used to blocking my lows, huh? Oh, smack. That's what this is used for. Okay? And I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. But the problem is, this is his only way of launching people meterlessly and cameolessly. This is why he needs the ice ball. We need this. We need this. Would we even get that? Yes, we would. We would get that. That's the main thing he really needs. So NRS, whatever you got to do to the ice ball to make this a combo, do it. Make this a combo, do it. Make this a combo, do it. Please. That's the only thing Sub-Zero needs. We don't need this to be a combo. We don't need that. That can't happen anyway, because that's 26 frames. That's 30 frames. Okay, yeah, 30 frames is perfect, because now this might not this might combo, but it might not. And if it does, and the opponent blocks it, I die. I'm with that. I'm with that shit. I'm cool with that. Okay? But yeah, those are my hopes for this incoming patch, you guys. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Alright? I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, and if you made it to this far in the video, I appreciate y'all. Alright? But with that being said, I'll catch y'all later. Stay froze.